Hi, good afternoon, and welcome back to the Mindful Model Makers Workshop. Now, today, what I'm going to do is something different altogether. This is something my son bought online. It is an O gauge loco, which was originally came from Bonds in the Euston Road, London. It was probably built somewhere around about the mid 30s. Now, it is a model of an 060 Peckett, and it has what they call a semi-elliptical boiler, which is that shape there. Okay, so I hope this is coming out quite clear. Today I'm holding this on a kind of a handheld tripod because I want to show you various bits on the loco and also show you it running. Now, there is a key with it. It looks to me a bit like a clock key, but obviously it does work. So I don't think it's the original key, but I could be wrong. But anyway, so what I found out from this is possibly could have been built by Bassett Loke, mid 30s, and it has got what they call on the side, it says Bonzone, and it's on this one, it's a number 2. Now, I have found pictures of a number 3, exactly the same looking loco. The only difference is with number 3, it's electrically powered, whereas this one is clockwork. Now, you're going to have to excuse the hand coming into the picture because basically it's going to turn it up like that so that you can see the underneath where all the mechanism is. It's basically got a brake on there. There's 2 levers at the back. One stops it, so that operates a linkage like a brake, and the other one is forward and reverse, and then you can see the big part of the spring that comes through. It doesn't do many laps, but it probably wants a real good clean on the inside and a good oil, but it does run. It's a lovely loco. I think it's quite weighty. This is in pretty good condition, I think. I know there's paint coming off and various things, but you know, if I was born in the 1930s, I think I'd have paint coming off probably more than that. But there you go. Now, where does it wind up? Well, that's quite nice, because what there is on the side here, if I can get it into a position like so, is a little toolbox. It's really nicely made. And a little lever flips it up, and lo and behold, inside is the bit to put the key on. So there we are. So this is this little 060, and what I'm going to do is just a quick demonstration of it running round. I've got some original O-gauge track. This is it here, the old kind of wired tin plate stuff, which all the tin plate kind of locos ran on. So I'm going to put this back in to the track. I've got a circle on the floor. It takes up a lot of room, actually, this track, so I've had to put it on the floor of the workshop to see what we're doing. So I'm going to just put the tripod down a bit like so, and put the track back in, and then I'll put the loco on, and we'll have a look at the loco running. I might wind it a couple of times so you can see that after all these years, it still runs quite well. So I'm just getting the loco and the key now. I'll bring it back into the picture so that hopefully you can see. There's the loco. I will open up the little door, put the key in, fits quite snugly like so, wind in obviously a clockwise direction. Now that is running, so I can now put the brake on. So the idea is that the brake will hold it. I don't want to wind it too much as I'm scared I'm going to break the spring. I don't want to be the person that's broke the spring of something that's that old. Anyway, it's on the track there now. So I'm going to pick this up and I'm going to try and get into a position. So I'm going to let the brake off now, which I believe is pushing in, and there she goes. So she is running round quite a few times. I mean, the track is not in perfect condition. She's come off the track there. So we'll pop her back on. And away she goes. And that's it, she's run out now. So what I'll do now, we'll go for reverse next time. So that's pushing that one in and pulling this one out, because what that will do is actually put the brake on. So we'll set the tripod up again, like so. If this is really wobbly and making you feel seasick, then I really apologise. But it's very difficult in such a small place to be able to get something like this going. So again, flip up the toolbox like so, put in the key, wind her up. I think this is a beautiful model for its age, to be quite honest. It's got a fair bit of detail. The buffer's really nice, got a free link chain on there. Yeah, the paint's come off down here, but that's just aged. Underneath looks quite nice. It's got a nice little cab. So yeah, I think all in all, it's not too bad. I've got a piece of track, because I mean, don't get this track is old as well. I keep it because I quite often get O-gauge bits and pieces. You may see in one of my videos of quite an old O-gauge loco, which I've now, well, I will be soon making it into a radio controlled. So an old loco into a radio control. I'm just waiting for the bits to come from that and then trying to work out how it will all fit. So I haven't really come to any conclusion on that one yet. Right, so let's get the camera ready and we'll switch her on. No, that's going to go the wrong way. Push that in and she starts going backwards. There she is. And she's come off on that, so that's good. We'll get the whole hang of this one day. Right, so we've got a piece of track there, so it just shows that this is all live, and this track really needs some straightening out, but well, you've seen it running, so I'll put it back on. I think it may come off again, but we won't worry about that. Yep, there's a couple of holes there now. Right, so anyway, that is it. I can show you the wheels going round as such and the mechanism working underneath. So yes, I think all in all, for the age of it, I wouldn't mind this in my collection, even if it's just on a shelf. But so you can just make out the Bonzone, which is what's written on that. If there is some information on the internet, if you want to go on there, you can just see it written on there. It says Bonzone, which is telling you that this loco came from Bonds in the Euston Road in London. But anyway, if you know anything about this, more detail, just put it in the comments, because people that are watching this can read it, and we can all read it and learn from it, because obviously this is way before my time. But I'm just lucky that I've got this in my hands, that I could review it and have a look at it. But yeah, I think all in all, it's a beautiful model of its time, and I do like the shape of the boiler as well. But anyway, thank you very much. If you like this, then please subscribe, like if you want to, and if you subscribe, then if I get any more locos like this and I can review them, you can have a look. But anyway, there is information on the internet, as I said, so if you want to try and find out more, I've delved in a little bit, and as far as I know, it's around about the mid-30s that this was made. Anyway, thank you very much, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.